Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Celtic career mode. It's time for another episode, an episode which is going to be very, very busy, lots of big games, but the January transfer window is open and we need to make a marquee signing. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit like and subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. We're almost back to the real football. Celtic return on Sunday to take on Hearts at Newcastle. So we're getting towards the end of this career mode phase on the channel. Don't worry, I will come up with a way to make sure that you, the fans of the series, get to keep watching it. But, I mean, there's not long left now till the real thing is back. So until then, we jump back in today. With the last episode, we had a mixed bag of results. We got a good result at Ibrox. That was fantastic. It leaves us 7th in the table, but we got losses to the likes of Chelsea and I think Newcastle as well in the last episode, which was really frustrating, but we're still fighting to try and get European football next season. So we need some big results to join the Ibrox result today. And when you have a look at the calendar, well, my God almighty, things don't slow down. We've got 2 games that we should be winning against Brighton, who are, I think, bottom of the table. Burnley, who I think are bottom of the table. And then Brighton at the end of the month. But until then, we've got a lot of work to do in the transfer market. It's next month where things get tasty. We have another derby, this time at Celtic Park. We have Newcastle, Manchester United and Liverpool coming up. That's imagine that new life. Imagine you were just cutting about, you know. Celtic are playing Newcastle. Alright, who's next week? Oh, it's the derby. Oh, who's next week? Man United. Oh, Liverpool. Aye. There's no rest for the wicked here. And our Brendan Rodgers side has to try and get the most points that we can. So these 2 games, I'm going to try and simulate, get out the way, so that we can get into the big, juicy ones. But talking about juicy, this is a transfer window where we have to make some juicy signings. We have 19 million quid to spend. We need a marquee attacker. Both because, well, we need that quality on the park. I think that having these lower rated players in the Premier League is hurting us in game. But also because if you remember my objectives, if I go over here, if I don't make a marquee signing, there's a risk I could get sacked. Sign one crucial first team player assigned to a forward position. It's a high priority. And we've not done that yet. So that's a couple of reasons why we have to get this done. We have 20 million quid in the transfer budget. Dermot Desmond's feeling generous. I don't know if he's took a fall, but we've got 20 million quid. Plus we might have about 3 or 4 million coming in from outgoings. But it's not a lot of money to make that big marquee signing. I'd like to, if I quickly take you over to my transfer hub here. That's not the transfer hub. I've backed at the fucking game. I have went forward and shortlisted some of the players I'd like to get. The problem being with most of these players, they're pretty expensive. Mitoma, valued at 24 million. That's not entirely unrealistic, but I actually kind of fancy somebody on the right-hand side. Behold, this man can play on the right-hand side. Do we bring back Jota? A lot of you saying in the comments we should. I'm waiting to find out a little bit about him. See if there's any valuation that we can look into. This is the guy that I really want. I really want Takefusa Kubo. I would love to sign him, but he's valued at 33.5 million. Apparently, they want 51 million. It's a bit pie in the sky to think that we could get Kubo, but that's the one that I really want. I'm also having a look at Marcus Edwards. I think he'd be a decent option. Shortlisted the likes of Kudus, 28.5 million. Bakayoko, who's at Arsenal, who we need to find out a valuation on. Michael Olise, not too bad, 23 million. Trincao, who I'm going to start scouting. I'd be very interested in. Another Portuguese winger who could be very, very good. And then Garnacho's in there as well after his move to Barcelona. However, his release clause is £42 million. As you can see, not a lot of these players in that £20 million budget, but we might be able to stretch it. As David Dickinson once said, we're looking for the real deal. A lot of you might be unhappy with this one, but I had to take the money. We have sold Rocco Vata to Borussia Dortmund, 1.2 million quid. Couldn't knock that back because that'll go a long way in trying to find replacements. On top of that, 2.3 million for UK Kobayashi. I think that's a really good amount of money. They think I could have got £3.5 million. I wasn't arguing. I wanted the money. Kobayashi is gone. And that's us brought in, what, 4 million quid there for 2 players? Really big. Right, it's Burnley. We know what we're coming up against. We've already beat Burnley this season. We're going to jump into the simulation. We're going to quick sim it. This is a team that we should be beating, even though it's away from home. And we do 4-2. What a game. That must have been Kyogo got 3. Evan Ferguson with 1 as well. Christopher Ayer, however, sent off in the 76th minute. So we will be missing him for the next game. But a 4-2 win, that's good. I'll happily take that. No complaints. I mean, clean sheets aren't very frequent for us this season. But if you look at the league table, that moves us up to 6th. Fantastic result. Surprise game. Out of nowhere, we've been given a fixture against Plymouth in the next round of the FA Cup. Of course, we need to win these games. I have to get 3 cup wins this season. We only have 1. So can we get through to the next round of the FA Cup? And a very winnable game. I mean, I don't know if that clown pie face is going to be piping up about Celtic. But let's hope we stick him in his place anyway. This is one for the B team. I mean, look at the side we're taking. I mean, this has got to be one for the B team. If they don't get the job done, I would be very disappointed. There's actually so much quality on that park still. We should be winning away to Plymouth, and we do win away to Plymouth. It's not a convincing one, but a late Evan Ferguson goal has sent us through to the next round of the FA Cup. Fantastic. Plymouth Argyle, thanks for coming. Pieface, get it up you. And very quickly, another bit of money coming into the club. 750 grand for Benji Siegrist. He has left. I forgot he even existed. We should have a look at our squad here for a moment, because it must be thin now. I mean, look how thin this squad is, by the way. That's unbelievable. We don't have a lot of players. However, as long as I have a 25-man squad, I'll be happy. We've got the 11 in the park. What's that? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2... 22. A 22-man squad at the minute. 25 is what I'm happy with. That's what you get to work with in real life. A lot of loans, obviously, but this should do us for the rest of the season if we make another 1 or 2 signings here coming up to deadline day. And one more game to simulate very quickly. It's Brighton, who at the start of the season we beat convincingly, and we should be here because they're sitting, 6th in the table? We are 6th for the table and they're 16th for the table, so we should be beating them. And that's a very beatable Brighton side. Tony Ralston is in the starting lineup. Tony, who we sold to Brighton at the start of the season, who's about 68 rated in this game. With players like that in the side, we should be beating them. Let's see if we do. We do beat them. David Turnbull and Rio Hatate, the goal scorers for us, and a 2-0 win against Brighton. That's fantastic. I mean, it takes us into deadline day very nicely, and so far we've won 2 out of 2 games in this episode. You've got to love that. I mean, 6 still. There's still a charge on here for the top 4. It's deadline day, and we've done no business throughout the month of January, which is actually quite poor on my part. So we need to get things done. And you know what? I'm going to jump right into things, and I'm going to try and bring him home. Let's see if we can get Jota. Come on in, Yoto. Sit down, Yoto. You're coming home. You're coming home, son. Look at him. Look at him. Deprived of football. Our lad, I mean, the face scan is about 10 years ago when he was 13, but we need to bring him home. We need to get him back here. Now, I'm scared we might not have enough money to get him the wages that he probably wants, and if we don't, that'll be that. We'll need to let it go. We do have enough. Oh my lord. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Jota. Jota's decided to go for the no socks, but Brendan certainly got his on. The socks of a champion. Because Jota is back. As long as he passes this wee medical, which I'm sure he will, Jota is back. Everybody's in awe. Oh, you're back, son. You're back. Where'd you go? Why'd you go? 190 grand a week. That's why I went. That's exactly what he said to them. But there he is, meeting back with the captain and Rio Hatate. There he is, the number 7 shirt for Jota. The number 7. My lord, you love to see it. Welcome back, son. You have been missed. We love you. We will cherish you once more. You're going nowhere this time. And just like that, he goes straight into the starting lineup. 79 rated as it currently stands. He is going to be brilliant for us. He's fast. He's tricky. He's got the finishing. We know all about him. I don't need to deep dive Jota. It's just nice to see him back. That gorgeous Portuguese bastard. So, when it said sign a crucial first team player assigned to a forward position, it turns out Jota doesn't actually count for that. And I think that's because he's down as a left mid / right mid and not a right wing / left wing player. So that's not great. But aside from that, you know, we're basically getting through everything. You know what I mean? We're basically there. I'd be shocked if we end up getting sacked. So, I'm not going to overreact right now, but I'm a bit worried.
3 hours later.
Well, who said January isn't busy? Deadline day, shock exit. Lee Elabada is leaving the club. I've decided I need to make things happen to meet these objectives. We're showing no mercy. Listen, he's second fiddle now to Jota, and we've been offered 17 million. Well, I negotiated 17 million out of Al Ittihad, who have replaced Jota with Liera. Now, some of you might be like, why have you done that? I'm going to try something adventurous here. Who knows if it'll work, but we're certainly going to try. I didn't quite expect this to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Out of nowhere, he's tore it up at Celtic Park once in the past. Can he make a future out of it? Because not only have we signed Jota on deadline day, but doing his medical right now is the man himself, the man who tore it up with Shakhtar Donetsk at Celtic Park. I'm looking at my screen here just to be like, is this real? Mikhailo Mudryk has signed from Chelsea for £15 million. The flop move to Chelsea. It didn't work out from there. However, second chances, they can work out. And Celtic are going to give him that second chance right here, right now. What a signing. Of course, he's suspended for his first game with the club, but there he is. Mudryk on that left wing. We'll have to wait to see him, but I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Right, transfer deadline day is over. All of that jazz has passed. We have a big month ahead of us now to look forward to with this kind of revitalised Celtic side. Some new blood to inject some energy, some quality into the side. It's a shame that we won't see Mudryk in the next game, but we certainly will see Jota. And I'm happy with the situation that we're in right now. You look over the park, good quality in every area. So, yeah, pretty happy. However, for the rest of this episode, we are only going to play one game because the episode's already dragged on a bit with all the dealings and everything else. We're going to head to St James's Park. We're going to play that game in full. We have some great form to carry on. Wins all through the month of January. Granted, all simulated. So we'll see how it is with me back at the reins of the team controlling us. But look at this. Now it's just from here till the end of the season, trying to power our way through, potentially try and compete for an FA Cup. We've got some big episodes coming up, and sadly we're only playing one today, but understandable with time restraints. I don't want to give you a 50-minute episode. Who's got the attention span for that? Certainly no me. But it's time. Let's go to St James's Park against a very good Newcastle side. I mean, look at that. We've already played them, and they have beat us. It was only, in the last episode or so. I don't remember them having Alphonso Davies, though. So I don't know if they have signed him in January there. That's a big signing. And 7th place Newcastle are getting better. They're improving this side. So this is one of our main competitors for European football this season. It's a must-win game when you think about it. And in a way, you could call it a 6-pointer. So we have some tired legs out there. We're going to have to make a couple of changes. And sadly, we won't get to see a debut for Mikhailo Mudryk. But it's not the end of the world. I still have a lot of confidence in this side that goes to St James's Park today. O'Reilly's looking a little bit leggy, a little bit tired, but I'm sure we can get him through the first half of the game. Aside from that, it's a team that's good enough. It's been good enough over various games this season. We just need to be smarter in what we do. We have to be better. And I need to change that kit. There they are, the Newcastle side arriving to St James's Park. Miggy Almiron, the man in form, but as I said in the last episode, let's kind of only have Jack Grealish on our side. I said Jack Grealish there. Who do you think I'm at? Fucking Paul Breach. And you certainly don't want to be Paul Breach. Newcastle looking for the first attack of the game, but Christopher Ayer with a fantastic standing tackle. And now we need to try and work from that. Taylor gives it to Hatate. There's a move there. Taylor again. Keogh. Oh, no, that's not where I wanted to pass it. Ferguson was on a lovely wee run. Tell you what, there wasn't a great combination of kits that we could have had for this game unless we shoved Newcastle in their away top, and we probably should have because I'm struggling to differentiate here. I'm not going to lie. Nice from O'Reilly, really good work, and Kyogo, if he can turn, has a chance to run into some space. Go on, wee man. Too many men coming back for Newcastle. Ferguson. There's Hatate. Oh, unlucky. Good interception from Shah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Easy. Oh no, not so easy. Not so easy. Not so easy. Joe Linton is bearing down on goal. Good defending though from Ayer just to stand him up, force him into an uncomfortable position. Almiron shoots though, and Greg Taylor standing still. So that's us down 1-0. That's a great start to the game. I don't know what Greg Taylor was doing. He just decided he fancied a wee bit of ball watching. Some boss spotting. Look at this. Look at Taylor. The AI just having Taylor stand still, leave your man in space. That's shocking. Taylor, seeing Kyogo. I need moves. Yes. Ferguson, have a pop, son. Did Dubravka save that? I think he did. I think he got a touch on that there. He did, because we've got a corner kick, and I can't believe that. It was a good opportunity.
Really well played pass.
Nice, Greggy. Right, go. Because Newcastle have committed men forward. Kyogo, you need to get on your bike, son. Greg Taylor's just going the whole way here. By the way, this is fantastic from Greg Taylor. He's just got nobody with him, though. Greg Taylor! Greg Taylor or Lionel Messi, by the way. Oh, my goodness. What a goal, Greg. Oh, that's shades of Bale in the Copa del Rey. What's that? How has he managed that then? Look at this. Tons of it. And then the finish. Oh, Greggy boy. I was like, where is everybody? Where is everybody? Oh my god. I think that might be Taylor's first of the season. And it arguably might be our goal of the season. Unbelievable from Greg Taylor. That's his first of the season. Oh, Joe Linton's bullied him there. That's the quality of the physicality they've got in the middle of the park. Don't let them right back in the lead. We've done so well to equalise. Kelleher's forced to make a save. It's not the best save in the world, but it's a save. Nice, Rio. Right, I need you to run, Kyogo. How's that half time then? Referee, I'm on the run. I'm on the counter. And you've blew the whistle. Stick up your ass. Unbelievable. Oh no, where's my defenders? Where's my defenders? Okay, I mean, literally about 30 seconds after I said we can win this game, Sandro Tonali has given Newcastle the lead after some piss poor defending. So you gotta love that. Fantastic. Great. Don't even want to watch it back. Newcastle fans, get out of my face, please. Thanks. Oh my life. Oh my life. Kelleher, get up, man. Oh. I'm terrible at this game. I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible. Nah. Oh my life, he's made him look a right dick. And there's another rebound. Oh. This is embarrassing. This is the biggest humbling I've had yet. Rio Hatate, can he go the whole way himself? I think he can. Dubravka saves it. I mean, what's the fucking point, man? Kelleher can't make a fucking convincing save for the life of him. Ferguson. There's Maida. Maida, deflection, takes it fucking wide. Ball into the back post. Dubravka will claim it. That's probably the biggest humbling I've had yet in this career mode. Newcastle are a different gravy to play against. Poor defending, as usual, but aye. I was going to treat yous and do the derby to try and end it in a high note, but why don't we take this lesson that we need from that game and try and get better for the next episode? That was really poor. That was really poor. I was really bad. I can only blame myself, really. We somehow still sit 6th in the table. We had that points advantage over Newcastle to begin with, but yeah, look at that. We're drifting further away from that 5th spot. We need to try and keep 6th. That's a big ask, though, when we still are quite poor defensively. I think we need some stronger reinforcements, some higher overall players in there, because Newcastle danced in around my players in that game. Danced. And I feel like I can't do anything about it sometimes. So that's something to touch on in the next summer window. The next episode is huge. We've got games we need to win. So we'll see how that goes. And then obviously we head into a period of games where we should be trying to lock down that European football for next season. But that's going to do it for today. Mostly positive with the signings we made, the games we simulated and won. However, my in-game performance letting me down at the end. Fantastic, eh? Great. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.